I have no clue. It's like I don't even know what I'm doing. Craziness. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows what in the world is going on, but apparently I don't even feel like I did anything different this time, but I hear audio. I hear it. It's it's not a miracle, I'm sure. There was probably something that was just very, very wrong. So we're live, and to do this right and to make everyone happy, I'll put the other. No, I'm not going to put any others. I'm not going to touch anything. So let's get into the game. Let's just get into the game. Let's make sure. Let me turn down a little bit of audio. We got a John Deere tractor running right now. We're on the 8410 out here in Convoy, Ohio. You know what is really, really scary, actually? Who am I going to pick for the farm building? That is a great question. I've got about 7 or 8 people have sent in stuff, which I think is awesome. Very, very cool. Very, very happy with that. I'll let you know probably early next week. I'm just going to throw it into a hat and pull it out and see who wins, and then we'll build it. And I'm going to build it live. Well, not live. I'll probably do that one to tape. We're going to do it in 60 minutes, and that's kind of the goal of the speed builds, is to do it as quickly as you know as possible. And it's tough. It's not easy. So, wow. I started streaming at 10 o'clock, and it's 10:41. I'm glad it's a soft open. Definitely glad it's a soft open. Where are we at? We're in Convoy, Ohio. This is no man's land. And you know what I'm realizing is, again, you do streaming, you do multimedia, you do stuff like this. Like, you got to set your workspace up, and I've got like computers in wrong areas, so I need realistically to like move the. There we go. So now I can actually like look and see what the heck you're saying. You built Larson Farms on your no man's land save. That was Landon. That's awesome. So no man's land, I think, is really a great uh, a map, and I've talked about it for so long because you basically just get a fresh start. You have an open map, and you can delete the trees. You can delete all the rocks, and before you know it, you've got very small file size on the map. I found that it takes mods extremely well. Um, Very few like problems with it. So that's why I tend to go to no man's land. But we're in Convoy, and look at this. I was doing some screen grabs ahead of time, and I've got the POV set to like it's very, very tight. So while you're checking this out, I'll show you. So this is how you can go into like easy dev. And if you're on Mac or PC, and I get the frustration a lot of people have, you're on console and you're like, wow, how do I get that? And you can't. So I'm going to reset the POV. So that takes us to there. And now we're seeing a much wider angle of view. And like I said, this is it's not my first time doing a live stream. It's like maybe my third. And we're not going to count the errors earlier on. This is kind of a soft open. You gotta start somewhere. There are thousands of spectacular streamers out there that do this for a living all the time. They've got this down. I was a little worried starting it, and I got really anxious when it wasn't working. But hey, what the heck? We got to start somewhere. So we're here, and we've got people. We've got 7 people on the stream. This is awesome. Like, this makes me very, very happy. So let me just woosah a little bit. Let me take a little sip of water. As you can see, we've got the John Deere monitor. We got the ag. Is that an ag leader? No, it's a John Deere. I don't know what model it is. I just found it online. I figured it might be kind of a nice way to, do the picture in picture of the game. Plus, when you're streaming. So keep me honest, though, folks. So if you do notice anything, it's learning. Like, is the equipment overpowering? Is my voice overpowering? Is it not? Am I not talking loud enough? You let me know. I'm going to play the game. And we're in Convoy, Ohio. So this is the map. Oh, and I have the super speed on too. So let's go ahead and turn the super speed off. Another thing you can do in easy dev. So I need to probably turn that down to like 2. And I might actually turn my HUD back on because you all probably want to see what in the heck I'm doing. So this is the map that you and I and we have spent so much time working on. And what I need to do, I actually need to get some stuff in the ground. So I'm going to run back over to that wherever I put that 8410. I got so excited that I had audio that my mind was blown, and now I don't even know where I put it. I put it up here. Where the You can only laugh at some of this stuff. Where did I put the tractor? Oh, no? Oh, it's over here. Okay, let's get our bearings straight. Let me jump into flight mode really fast because I think it might be helpful for everyone to see like where we're at. So this is No Man's Land. This is Alien Jim's map, and I had a couple people say, um, you know, this can't be No Man's Land. Well, it is. I promise you. I've got tons and tons of hours on this map. This started as No Man's Land, and we've built it. I've tried very hard to go in and record many of the builds for this. You all on the channel have helped me. We spent a ton of money building out the river. We built the mansion over here on the north side. We've got Meg's Farm. It's a little micro farm up here at the very top of the hill. And you can see that we've got grass growing right now. I initially started with, I think it was wheat, because we did a little tutorial on how to do a micro farm. And then up the hill, so we move up the hill, you can see the new bunker area. This is the underground bunker. I'm in a tree. We built this not long ago, and this is that new underground facility that you can put in. I think it's really, really cool. Um, it's not necessarily a like farm sim, but it could be, especially for role play. And kind of following what I typically do, I put it underneath and hit it in some put some barns on top of it, which I think was really, really fun. And then you can see the city. We've got the train track. So this, again, I hope you all have seen this map and had an opportunity to view some of the tutorials. Um, it's an awesome map, and I highly suggest anyone that loves this game like I do to get a save game of No Man's Land and just start somewhere. Build your own town, build your own city, build your own farm. You can do this. It's might be a little more difficult on console because you don't have a mouse, you don't have a keyboard that can help you out. But you can build your own farm, and I think that you should try. I really, really do. If not No Man's Land, there's a couple of other maps out there that are just open canvases. They are open worlds, and you can do some really, really cool things. So that's my pitch for not just waiting around for a map to come out. Build your own. Give it a try. What the heck? So let's go ahead. We'll jump out of flight mode. And you probably saw the lake over there. I finally did add a lake. I had to have a lake. there are there are virtually zero boat mods out for the game, which I think in 19 there were a ton more boat mods. There's been a huge, I don't know what's going on with mods right now. A lot of negativity. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too enjoyable of a game to get into, fighting matches over mods. So while we were up there, you saw that I've got really 3, 4, 5 fields. One of them has lime down on it. This one is the second pasture field area. It needs lime. And then this is the big field, and it needs full cultivation. So I think it's probably best. Let's go ahead and take the dump truck into town, and I'll show you where we can pick up all of our commodities. And I don't know. I might have been testing this. Do I have lime in there right now? I do. This is like the magician. You're seeing behind the scenes, because again, it's a soft open, right? So we can go in once in easy dev here, and we can add or remove things from your vehicles. So like right now, this vehicle is full of lime, so we're gonna empty it, and that should now be empty. Yep, empty of lime. So there we go. And I'm also gonna go in, and I'm going to do one more trick in the console. So I'm going to pull the console up, and this is where you can kind of see all your errors and stuff like that. I'm going to type in a command that says GS wildlife toggle. And that just turned off all the wildlife. I have found that wildlife tends to really kind of impact my FPS a little bit. And you're going to have to tell me. So I just started this truck. I just started up the Volvo. I feel like I need to maybe increase the volume just a little bit on it. It's got a really, really good sound to it. So let me know. Let's take a look at the chat real quick, though, because I know I've been in some streams before with folks, and oh man, I'm looking at myself too. I got that. Got to get like my chin a little better there. There we go. That's what happens when you get older. You know, you get into streams and you type things, and you want to like have your stream listed. So let's take a look. Landon said, thank you for the advice on how to start making a save. Landon, really glad you're giving it a try. I think it's awesome. Nice. You could do the equipment close to but not perfect from Zane. Welcome to the stream. We had issues. Jaked up, helping me out. I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. Like I said, technical difficulties. We're getting through it. I guess some of those big streamers do have people working with them and helping them. You think they have a crew? Or maybe like 1 or 2 people? I don't know. I would love to see kind of behind the scenes on what some of those big streamers have. There's some out there that are in the millions of subs. It's absolutely insane. Then I'm in a tree. I'm sorry, I'm in a tree. And then what do we have here? Yeah, Landon, there has been a couple of fights over this game, and I don't know what it is. I think there's the, people wanting to make money. So I will say this: there are some extremely talented modders out there. They, put a ton of time into making mods, and I can see where you would want to monetize them, and then the I guess rules and regulations of the game developers don't want you to do that. So I guess I get it. But it just seems like a mess. And then when, there was the talk of mods having some malicious code in them that was deleting save games and deleting mod folders, I really, really don't like that at all. I think that's terrible. So I said early on I wouldn't talk about it, but it seems like I don't know, it seems like there's still some stuff going on out there. So we're heading in the Volvo. We're going across the river. How's the sound? Can you hear the Volvo? And can you hear me? I want to make sure I'm not blowing your ears out. We're going to head, pick up some lime, because I got to get the spreader filled with lime. We're coming over. This is the new boat ramp to the left here. Let me show you this. Let me pull over. I don't think I've shown anyone this yet. You pull over on the side of the road. Is anybody, I don't think anyone's here. Where's the flashers? Can I turn the flashers on? Yeah, let's turn the flashers on and put the parking brake on. Okay, do I have the flashers on, or am I just saying turn left? Nope, flashers are on. That is excellent. So, road is clear. Let's jump over here. This is the new boat ramp that I built, and it's a lot of fun. Maybe, you know, since, again, we're testing out streaming today, we'll take the boat out. Landon says, sounds good. Appreciate that. Just keep me honest, please. Again, I'm one person just sitting here trying this. Major failures early on. But I think things are working okay now. You know what it's going to do, though? It's going to force me more and more to get a proper PC, because I have a feeling like streaming live, it's going to just wreck this system. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe we'll ask Meg if she wouldn't mind I build a PC. So we're up here. We're heading into the Walmart parking lot. We're not going to Walmart, although you technically could go to Walmart. Those are some of Snake Bizzle's mods. Snake Bizzle is just a spectacular modder. He has a ton of public mods out there. They are Mac and PC only, but you can head over to his itch.io channel, and you can pick up like all these city-based mods. So stores, restaurants, gas stations. He's the one that built the house that I've got. It's just, he's very, very talented and a huge benefit to this community. And we're backing up to another really spectacular modder. This is 82 Studios. This is, I think, his first mod he released for 22. And that is this silo kit. And it is stood the test of time. It still works. I don't know if he's updated it or not from the early days of the release, but it is still working. So we're going to add some lime. And this is kind of how I thought I would be able to keep myself accountable. Oops, I need to actually buy that and not just say back. We need lime. So this is going to actually cost money. So I'm not going into easy dev here. I said that I had to be accountable as I started to stream, and okay, there we go. Now I am full. Money's going down. You know, we should put the tarp on, though. There we go. Mr. Ronnie Gold is in the house. Mr. Gold, Ronnie Gold Gaming. How you doing, man? Glad to have you in here. I'll tell you, though, I'm driving not well right now. Ron, I totally messed up early on. Audio not working right. Not streaming well. Had to stop the stream a few times. It's tough. It's tough. It's not easy. But I think we're up and running now, and I hope everyone is enjoying seeing Convoy Ohio live. We've got a whole truckload of lime. We're going to take it back to the farm. We just stopped off at the garden shop. You ever hear the Jake brakes on this truck? I know I ran that stop sign pretty badly. It sounds like this motor is about to implode. What? They are some rowdy Jake brakes on this truck. So coming in here, this is the main entry to the farm. And you're going to notice my ground is still really not level. And I'm actually okay with that. I like it because you got to go slow. You can't just run through the yard at 30 miles an hour. You've got to really take it easy. And I'm thinking, I don't know what the best approach is going to be here. So I've got, let's shut the old Volvo down. We might need to dump the lime into this hoop shed and then get the front loader out and put it in the, I bought something. I do this, you know, I wrote that big check for $5 million, and then I went back into the game and I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars more because in that hour and a half that we spent together buying that equipment, I forgot so much. That's just the way it is. Let's check the chat. Mr. Gold, I am happy to give it, live a try as well. Very much out of my comfort zone here. It's nice to, when you're recording things, you can make mistakes. You can stop. You can do multiple cuts. You can go in and edit. But this is new, so we're going to give it a shot. So I appreciate the shout out. Hopefully get to do some more. But let's run in here. I was talking about what I bought, and I bought a Freightliner limer. It's lime spreader, and I think it's in here. Yeah, it's right there. So now this is where it's going to really start to get a little spicy. So we're going to see how the game handles this. I have a lot of stuff in here, and I've always noticed with my system as I get things, I start putting things in buildings, the game starts having little stutters here and there, but seems to be okay right now. So let's pull this guy out. This is a very, very old mod. It is, gosh, I feel like it came out in like 2022. It's a Freightliner self-propelled fertilizer spreader and lime spreader with a new liter tank on the back. I like it. I go back and forth on things all the time. I like the idea of self-propelled things, but I don't know. I might go to a pull behind at some point. We're not putting lime down all the time, and this was, a fairly expensive purchase. So let's put that there, and I think it's probably best that we get the lime in that hoop shed because this area over here is really where I'm going to focus my attention on. We're going to put silage in here. We're going to have probably hay bales here where those machines are. I've got in this storage area here, we've got some fertilizer, some liquid fert, and some seeds, a little bit of lime in some big bags. But this is going to be primarily seed storage, chemical storage in there. So let me go ahead. Let's pull out the old Farmall. And this is a straw blower that I'll use for the animals. So let's get this out of here. All right, so I got the old Farmall moved. And then I've got this 6215R. I'm not good when it comes to multitasking with front loaders and buckets and trying to get things into and up on shelves. So I typically get a tractor with CVT, and this, while it's way overkill for what I need in here, it's a nice system, can handle a lot of weight, and it's got CVT. So that's why I have a $200,000 tractor as just a loader. And then you can see there's already a couple of hay bales in there, but I want to we'll dump this lime onto the concrete, and then we'll bring the payloader over and load up the new ag. Who do we have just joined? Howdy. Farm Sim Canuck up there in the Saskatchewan. I totally blew that. You're from up in Canada. I should have gone with that. Although there is that map, South Sac modding. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Very, very good. I started my very first videos back a year ago in a Canada map. They're out there. But I like modified it to seem like it wasn't Canada. It was Bloomfield. Absolutely beautiful map. Really nice, all-platform map. Let's go ahead. Let's dump this lime. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got the diffs locked? Yeah. Thought we were gonna get stuck there for a moment. Ontario, Canada, welcome. Good to have you. My best man at my wedding is from Canada. I've never been there, so I've never been out of the country. My wife wants to get out of the country sometime. I need to. But absolutely beautiful up there. Thank you so much for hopping on. Have you played any of the maps that are based in Canada? Okay, running over. We're going to grab the deer loader. This is a recent, acquisition. Found this on itch.io. And I'll say this, if there's any mods that you see in here that you're maybe a little interested in, shoot me a message. Shoot me an email. You've got my email address now. I'll try my very best to tell you where it's at. Now, I have to give you a little advisory and just saying, be cautious with your mods. You know, I hate to say it, but I don't want to see a situation like what played out a while ago where some mods had been modified, their XMLs to delete save games, to delete mod folders. Be careful. I try to get most of my mods in game, all platform if I can. Now, when you get a PC or you get a system that you can actually put some scripting mods in, you tend to blow that out the window fairly quickly. So then I shift over a lot of itch.io pages because I like to get directly from the modders. But then I use King's Mods fairly frequently, and I check the reviews, I check how many stars the mod might have, and then I just see if there's any really negative feedback about a mod, and I don't download it if I see a lot of negative feedback on it. All right, this is where there are actually some really neat camera angles on this mod, which I do like because you can be a little more, you can play it a little more real. Well, why isn't it moving? There's that angle, which is a slightly zoomed view, and then there's kind of an over-the-shoulder look. A right over-the-shoulder look, the cab look, and then again that tighter view. It's kind of nice. Again, subtle little things that modders put on mods. I think it's really great. We'll put her here, and then I've got to dump it, and I'm a little far over, so there we go. The field that I need to lime is not very big, so... But I think I'll fill it up. But I still do need to go in and cultivate that really large field. For that, we're going to have to bring out, I think, the big iron, the big horses. And you will notice I've got the time running. So I used to play this game. Let's see here. I'm going to go... No, I don't know. Now I've got too many camera angles to go to, and I'm probably making y'all sick. I don't intend to do that. I've got the time going at 2x speed, and I've got 2-day months. So I want to see how that goes as well. Let's shut the payloader down. I think that's probably enough in the back of this spreader. Let's get out to the field. So we're going to do one of the cow pastures. This is, and you can see, look at the roughness of, I highly recommend you give this a try. When you're making your map and you make your yard, don't let it just be completely... I gotta readjust. I need a little sip of water, too, if you don't mind. There we go. When you're making your map, give this a try. Don't make it flat. So let's go into the map editor real fast. Come in here. So you've got your... you've got your driveway down, you've got rock or whatever you're going to use. Come into landscaping, go to the sculpting tool. Go to a circular or a square, it does not matter. And on a mouse, left mouse is raise, right mouse is lower. And just go around and do certain things. So raise a little, lower a little, raise a little, lower a little, don't do a lot. Don't hold it down because you don't want to make a massive hole in the ground, but you do want to try and get just some little bumps here and there. And it's, I think, really makes it just a touch more real. And you could see that, like, as we were driving this... Is that a Freightliner? Yeah, Freightliner through here. Oh my gosh, like we're bouncing all over the place. Probably need to turn off that extended speed too. Let's turn that off. Okay. So to the right, this is the main cow pasture, and we've got the primary barns. It's where we're going to house our dairy cattle. Then we'll have some Angus out in the pasture, and then these are little smaller pastures that kind of line up next to the main area, the main cow pasture and pens. And we'll hop out for a second, and I'll show you. And there's a mod that you can actually. You can shift animals over to different husbandries. So I'm using the extended pastures mod. And when you come over here, you can see that I've got... Let's see if I can even show this to you. So if we come over here, if I click on that... No, we don't want to sell that. Let me go back. I'm going to show you Pasture Helper. We're going to turn that on. Did it turn on? Should have turned on, and you should have seen it. Is it I? There, it's I. I was doing L. So you can see these extended pastures. Now, I've got this main, it's just called a cow barn. expandable pastures ready. And what you're able to do is, when you go in right here, you actually choose in animals, and you come over to pasture extensions. You can choose additional pastures to then connect to your main barn. And I think that's really, really, really cool because you've got like super small ones available as well. You've got angles. And in this particular instance, I've got a really small one right there. And as you buy animals into the main barn, they'll also show up out here, and they'll get the same nutrients, the same water, the same foods that go in to the barn. Trouble with too many trees. I've had that problem as well. Logan, what map are you on? You said it's Elk Mountain, Wyoming. What a great map. Kudos to Elk Mountain Modding. Really, really, really impressive mods out there. I think there is a script that you can buy, or not buy, you can download that will extend the limit of trees, if I'm not mistaken. Go look for that. And Elk Mountain might actually have it on his Facebook page. I could very well be wrong, though. But I've run into that. Cool thing about No Man's Land, again, there is a way at the very beginning of the map, you can cut a wooden post and it will delete all the trees on the map. So you will not run into that problem. Yep, the More Trees mod, Gold Gaming, thank you. So, again, was just trying to show you that expanding these pastures, you can come over and I'll move animals over to here. And I'm also going to plant corn in here. So we'll do corn silage. And then after we harvest, I can bring the animals over and try and have a, you know, somewhat realistic, like, grazing in the pasture or the stubble and eat some of the corn residue that's on the ground. But I digress. Let's drop some lime down. And I'm a little worried. I'm looking at our capacity. So we're at 58% right now. We didn't load it up all the way, but this field is maybe a little bigger than I had anticipated. I don't know. We might have to go and reload. Hunter, good evening. How are you? Welcome to the stream. You got in at a good point. It didn't start off very well, I'll tell you that. I failed miserably. I think you're in. I think things are going well. I didn't have good audio. You could hear the game, you couldn't hear me. So I'm very happy to have you here at a good point of the stream. And we're laying down lime in one of our smaller pastures that we're going to ultimately have corn, cut corn silage, maybe do a whole crop silage. And we're putting lime down because it was just cultivated. And I want to get lime down. I made these fields. None of these fields existed on the on the base map of No Man's Land, so I actually had to go in and make them, and I did make these with a plow, with the create field function, because Alien Jim did a great thing on this map. He made it so you can paint arable land, which is so nice. And a couple of other modders have started doing that with their maps. Unfortunately, if you paint arable land, it comes in as a plowed state. It will not allow rocks to come up. So you've got to actually get a plow out and do the create fields mod or function with it, and then you'll get rocks. If you don't like rocks or you want rocks turned off, then it doesn't matter. And I'm looking at this. We are going to have to go back and get more. I think maybe one more load will take care of it. Let's go back and get the payloader. I gotta watch the time. It's what, 6:05? It's 3:00 p.m. in Convoy, Ohio. I told you we'd take the boat out, so let's do this. Let's get this lime down on this field, and then let's grab the Silverado, and we'll take the boat out. Just ran into my harvestor. All right, we've got enough lime. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more buckets full of lime. Let's see if I can do this from the cab. I do not know if I will be successful. Does it go in? Did I dump it on the ground or did I put it in the truck? I think I put it in the truck. That's impressive. It's never fun when you dump it on the ground. And that was $3,800 worth of lime. Prices are outrageous in-game and for real farmers. I don't know how you're doing it. I really don't. And I'm not saying that just for conversation. Like, it's seems very bad. Cost of equipment, cost of fertilizers, cost of fuel. It's not good. It really is not good. I'm gonna put that down. I want to save my hydraulics. Okay, I think the amount of lime in here now, this should get us through. So let's head back out to that field. We'll dump the rest of this lime, and then we're going to go grab the Silverado 3500. We're going to hook up the boat, the one boat that I do have, the one boat that actually works, and we'll head over to the dock, to the launch, and I'll take you out on Convoy Lake. It's really pretty. It actually is kind of nice. It's just kind of peaceful. Ultra, appreciate it. Helping people out, saying hi. It is not easy. I will say that, you know, when you're playing the game and then you've got folks chatting, it's tough. It's not easy. Not easy. LTZ Lux, is that how I pronounce it? This game is so addicting. Here's my thing with the game. It's 3 games in one, really. You can farm, which that's the primary focus of the game. It's a simulator, but it's a map maker. It's like a Sim City in a way, and I tell you what, Sim City was my absolute favorite game as a kid. I remember playing on my butt. Actually, my best man at my wedding, I was talking about, he was from Canada. Jeremy, playing SimCity on his parents' Gateway 2000 computer. That's old. But so much fun to, you know, build out maps. So again, the game is 3 games in one. It's a farming game, it's a map making, city making game, and then it's, in a way, kind of a financial game, because you've got to buy equipment, you can sell equipment, you've got the strategy of maintaining the farm, you can do contracts, you know, you can't go into the red. I do wish that there was a slightly better way to do banking in the game. Maybe for 25 we'll get something a little different. I don't know. I would love, this is a pipe dream, right? Maybe I would love to be able to set up multiple economies. Set up multiple economies. One that's like the city or the municipality. One that might be a business, and then one that's the farm. And just have the ability to like maybe loan money or pay. I don't know. Do it so that you're not just stuck under one bank account. I feel like having just one bank account, I'm playing the game, and then when I want to go in and make an edit to the map, I end up dumping a whole bunch of money in via EasyDev, and then I've screwed up all my finances. So, I don't know. I think that's all the lime we needed to put down on that field. I told you it was kind of small, and we've got, you know, 50% left, so that's good. We're going to need so much more for over here. I don't know what the actual size of this field is, but it is quite large. Let me jump out. Let me turn this gate, or lock this gate. Let's get the boat. Let's go out on the lake for just a little bit. I mean, as a farmer, you would never do this, but I want to grab the boat. I want to take you out. I want to show you Convoy Lake. It's relaxing. It's been a stressful evening, right? Trying to get the stream up and running. Wasn't working. Off and on. I was sitting here sweating. Let's get the boat out. All right, so I've got the boat. I kind of got my toy shed stored over here. And I've got a Silverado that I usually pull with it that's red. And it's, you know, but we'll use the F450, which is totally fine. There's my boat. And you can see my toy hauler is in here as well. Yeah, and I've changed the color. So it was red, and I was pulling it with an F350. And then I was like, no. There's this thing does that wouldn't. We need a cab over. So I got myself a Freightliner. Single axle in the rear, too. I thought that was, you know, I thought that was kind of a little bit unique. Absolutely love a good cab over. I did. This is why the game is so addicting. LTZ Lux, you said the game is addicting because you can just do so much. Let's grab the Ford. It's right over here. We'll hook it up to the boat. We'll take it out to the boat launch, and we'll go out on the lake for just a little bit. This is Northwest Mods and Edits F450 spectacular mod. Go check them out on itch.io. They've got some really, really high quality mods. Probably, I don't like to choose favorites, but probably one of the best, if not top two Ford Super Duties in the game. Now, if you are on console, the new F350 that's out is hard to beat right now because it is so much better than it was when it originally came out from Agritano. So if you're on console, get that. But if you're on Mac and PC and you want to go third party, this F450 is awesome. You'll notice I've got the manual attachment mod on, so you've actually got to get out and attach your trailers manually. Highly recommend it. You would think it would drive you crazy, but I actually really, really like it. And this is a, you know, I felt bad. One modder, I think, had all of his stuff distributed. I ended up joining his Patreon, and I got some of the mods. I liked them. I don't know. Again, the verdict is still out for me on Patreon. I don't want to mock anyone that uses it, but I don't know. Maybe if I were modding, I would feel differently about it. I don't know. How did my truck get so dirty? I know. I've been using it, so I've actually had this truck for a long time in the game, and I think I drove through some mud because there is the real mud mod that you can download now, and when you drive through mud, it gets really, really dirty. You can also get extremely stuck. So that's how it got so dirty. So I'm headed over to the boat launch, and you're going to see kind of the secret to making a boat work in Farm Sim. There's some trickery involved. And we could go to the right there. That's a road that takes you out to the spillway. There's a small building out there that controls the spillway, and you can also launch from there. But this is the official launch. So here we go. You'll see the trickery. It's what you've got to do. Boats are basically like cars, just like airplanes. You've seen some of the airplane mods that have come out recently. they kind of work. I think helicopters work better than airplanes. Um, you'll see. So we'll back the boat down. That's good. And, you know, since we own the map, we're just going to leave the truck right here. I'm going to take the straps off the boat. So just like you normally would, you come out and you get ready to hop in your boat. Now you get in your boat, fire it up. Now, here's where so I'm going to, can I put open my cover. There we go. Oh, nope, I don't want that. Nope, don't want that. Want to back up. And I'm kind of stuck, you see? So I need to raise the boat just a little bit. I'm taking on water. So when you raise the boat, you will see. Oh, that goes up too. So you can put your ski wing up. There we go. So now we're off the trailer. So this is the trickery of a boat. I'm hitting the right mouse button. Now I can back off of my trailer, and I might have to bring it up just a little bit more because there's no flotation in Farm Sim, and you can see, like, if you look really close, like, you've got and then this is where you typically are playing with a boat and you're editing, but you can see how the water kind of comes in, and you can drown your boat, or you can fly your boat. Your boat can fly if you want to. And you get it just about right where you're good, and then you can drive your boat. But let's take it out. Let's head out here through. We got a no wake zone right here. Go under the bridge, get out here into the free area. And this boat, it only goes 31 miles an hour. I wish it would go a little faster. But again, the lake, I think, is really pretty. I really like it. It's very, very shallow, though. That's another way you can fake your boats, is if you find a boat that doesn't raise and lower, you can just let it see. When I went under the water, like, you can just have it run along the ground. It's a farm sim game, right? But massive, massive lake out here. I wish there was a fishing element. I think there actually is a map that kind of has a fishing element. That is, I think, what's so impressive about the game, is that there are modders that are just trying to think outside of the box and create things with what's available to them. So just a nice, peaceful little stroll on the lake. And we'll take you over here to the spillway. And there's really no way to operate it, but it's mainly just for looks. But there's a little spillway right there, and a little spill-like house up there that you can control. And I think I've got a secret dock all the way back here because, you know, again, we own all the land. So those hills up there are ours. And I've got trails. I can ride the horses through there. I think it's really peaceful. But I've got a dock over here that we can go dock on. Right here. Let's just jump out. We'll take a look. I think it's really, really pretty. You come up into this field of flowers, and again, we've got trails all the way up in here. You can take your horses on. I think the prettiest picture of Convoy is up here, looking out over the lake through the trees. You got to turn flight mode on to really see it, because I put a lot of trees in. But you get the idea. And some will say, you know, some might argue, "Oh my gosh, this is farm sim. You're not farming." Well, yeah, but this is why the game is so addicting. And this is why it's so enjoyable. Um, there's just so much to it that you can have fun with. You're building. Um, you know, I will never own a town. I will never own a farm of this size. I hope someday to own a farm actually in real life. Um, so until then, I have to build it in Farm Sim. Zane, you said, is it fine if I left my Google Maps URL for the building challenge in the comments of the build? Absolutely. Yeah, I'll check it out. I will go see it again. I've had a lot of people have sent me just pictures of their farms. I'd love to hear the story, too. If you're willing and able, again, you don't have to. There's really no, like, rules or regulations. My goal on this is I want you to be able to send your farm in, your family farm, your neighbor's farm, your grandfather's farm, whatever it might be, and I'm gonna try and build it in Farm Sim to recreate it. Farms have such they're like a book. They have so much history to them, and generations after generations of family members that have farmed the land. I think they're really just so interesting, and it's neat to see them in a picture and then try to recreate them in Farm Sim. So I hope that answers your question. Yes, leave the URL. But if you're willing to send me an email, you can send me an email at withthestovers@gmail.com. Again, that's withthestovers@gmail.com. Send me a picture of your farm. Tell me a story. I'm gonna put them in a random number generator. I'll assign a number to them and pull it out of the hat. And don't worry, like if yours doesn't get picked the first go around, I really, really do enjoy making maps in the game, so I will probably do it again the following week. And there we go. Here's more trickery of loading your boat onto a trailer. So, again, because there's no flotation in the game, now we've got to drop it down, bloop, just like that, and turn it off, and now we can come into the truck. I should wash that. It is a mess. Put the straps on it. Pull it out of the water. We got more Snake Bizzle's building packs there. That's the CVS. Really, again, highly recommend you check out Snake Bizzle and his mods out on his itch.io page. He's got a Patreon page as well. Just some amazing, amazing mods. And then Jay Weezy. Have you all seen the train video and the train mods that are out? Jay Weezy did do an update. I think he's got multiple updates out for the trains. The horns have been fixed. There's now track that actually goes up and down an incline, which is really cool. There's some more decorative items. There's some bridges. Just really, really nice. The horns being updated was awesome. They sound really, really good. Ultra asked me, when am I going to release this map? So I can't release the map traditionally like you normally would see it through Giants or even through like King's Mods. I am going to release the save game, and I know that's kind of a wimpy way to release it. It's the only thing I can do right now until I get access to a system which is all on me, like building a computer that will handle it, learning Giants Editor, and trying to then build a map. This is all I can do. So I will release a save game. I've got a save game out there right now of what was not Meadowlands. Yeah, Meadowlands, Wisconsin. It's another No Man's Land map, and it's still there. You can go download it right now. There's a list of mods that are required to run it, and you could play that right now. It is based on No Man's Land. We called it Meadowlands, Wisconsin. I'll still actually probably open that up and play it here in the coming months because it's a really fun map too. It's completely different from Convoy, Ohio, and it's amazing. Again, it's based on the same Alien Gym No Man's Land map. So I'll try. I don't know if I actually answered your question. When am I going to do that? I've got to just do it, right? Let's do it soon. Let's say soon. And I know that's not good. Like, that's not a definitive timeline, but I think I need to get this out and available as a save game within in the next couple of weeks because it really is a fun map. All right, how much lime do we have left? Not a ton. Not enough to get that other field. Let's go ahead and put the payloader back. I want to show you what I did over here, too. I think this is going to work really well. Let me put the payloader back first. Focus, Stover. Focus. Come on. There we go. And I got to show you this Massey. I love this Massey. Oh my gosh. Sounds amazing. So I got to... I'm sorry I had to delegate it to manure spreading duties. But I did. Oh, you know, I didn't put my hydraulics down. Gotta protect those hydraulics. There we go. Listen to this Massey. I think it's awesome. Does that sound good or what? 70, 80, Massey, Alice Chalmers. Oh my gosh. Y'all are going to hate me for that. I called her the Massey, didn't I? 70, 80 Alice sounds amazing. So, and again, it's going to pull manure duty, which is fine. So what I was showing you, what I was talking about, will stop this. Get a little turbo blow-off valve too, which is pretty cool. So I've got, I put this, what is it, a 5-bay building in, and then I use the concrete walls pack. So I can't stand when the commodity sheds that are in the game that are available. Legacy Ag has a couple of amazing ones. They're great. They have collisions on them. They're huge, though. They're really, really big, and they did not fit this farm very well. So I had to think of a way to do it. And I took this commodity shed or barn, implement shed, and I put the concrete walls in there, and they fit very nicely. And then I put some concrete K-rails down, and they actually, like, when you put product in there, it properly has collisions. So I don't have anything in there right now because, again, I'm trying to play the map correctly. I don't have any animals yet. I've got to get all that stuff. I've got to buy all that stuff. And, you know, I hope I do more streaming like this. I hope I don't have problems with audio next time, though. But I think maybe those will be in the past. Is that Biden driving the tractor? No comment. I don't think it would have even gotten in the shed if he were driving the tractor. Landon, I am looking forward to the next Farm Sim game. I'm a little worried though. I see it going one of two ways. I see one being an extension to 22, and I know nothing. There are streamers and members of the Giants affiliation. They might know stuff. They can't say things. I know nothing. I'm not affiliated with anyone. But I can see in my mind them creating 25 and making it like a downloadable patch, just an like an add-on to 22. Maybe, you think? I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see. It's either that or we're gonna get a brand new game, and I worry about getting a brand new game because then you've got to. The worry is the mods. Modders have put so much time and effort into, getting mods converted from 19 that are they going to really want to start converting mods from 22 to 25 or whatever it's going to be? So that's where I think it would be really, really nice if there was a way for, 25 to accept very easily 22 mods. But I don't know. I'm still excited about it, though. He wouldn't even get in the tractor. It would be very, very rough going. That is very true. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'd like to see some information come out on it because, I want to know what some added features are. I would love to see terraforming built into the game, so like the terraform mods that are out there, just make it part of the base game. I would love to see the train that Jay Weezy created part of the base game. That would be awesome. That would be amazing. I'd love to see an enhanced monetary system. Again, I talked about it a little earlier. It'd be nice to have multiple accounts because sometimes you're playing the game as like the municipality or the city. Sometimes you're playing the game like the farmer. Sometimes you're playing the game and you want to sell things to other farms. That would be cool. I think we could. There'd be nice to have improvements on that. The sky, like, one thing really needs to be fixed. Fixed is probably the wrong word. We gotta get the sky improved. Now, I will say there are times where this game is absolutely beautiful. Like if we go in and we change the time and we get it right up there. Let's see if did that take us there? Nope, we're not there yet. So I'm going back into Easy Dev. We're getting there. The contrast is starting to increase. The sun's starting to go down. There we go. So we get into, there are ways where this game looks. You turn on the flashlight, you start getting, some shadows. It starts really ramping up my GPU. It looks really good in certain lighting scenarios. And then you look up in that sky, it's like, what? And I don't know if it's because it's a dynamic sky that it just takes too many resources. The sky is pretty, but wow, it could be so much nicer. Now, they got a hard job ahead of them, though. I don't make games. I don't know the challenges that they run into. It's not easy. But yeah, let's go ahead and we'll throw throw flight mode on. Let's turn the HUD off too. And let's just come up over Convoy here. I mean, that's could be spectacular. If we get those clouds to look a little different. It's funny. It's so funny. But you can see the lighting. Like, we run over to the house real fast. And I'm running slow because I've got... I turned this off, so we'll turn this back on. We'll run this down here. But, you know, you see some of the lights that you've got. It looks really, really good. And I'm running this on, like, kind of medium settings. I just don't have the resources to run super high-end settings. So, yeah. Long answer. Landon, I am excited for 25. I don't know when we'll see it. I'd love to see some info on it soon. Well, folks, it's coming up on midnight Eastern on the East Coast of the United States. This was a soft open for me, giving just a try at trying to stream. I failed miserably early on. I didn't have audio. I'm so sorry, but I really appreciate you sticking around, hanging out for it. All we can do is learn, right? It's getting dark out. I forced it to get dark. I put a baseball field in too. Check it out. It's over here. It's another steak bizzle mod. So nice. So nice. But hey, I think I'll jump back on maybe tomorrow. That'd be Sunday. Sunday the 10th. Is tomorrow the 10th or the 9th? I don't know. I'm so backwards on dates right now. And continue playing Convoy. And then for the challenge, so the I Will Build Your Farm challenge, I have got 7 or 8 farms now that folks have sent to me. And I am going to put those into a just random number generator. I'll pull one out. When I get the farm that I'm going to build, so that'll be in a speed build next week, I'll contact you because I want to make sure you're good with it and everything's fine. I don't want, I just want to make sure you're fine, or you have more information and want to tell me a little bit more about your farm. And then we'll get it out. We'll put it in a speed build of I Build Your Farm in Farm Sim 22. So that's it, folks. Thanks for hanging around. Yes, Land and FarmCom is coming very soon. That would be awesome. Maybe I get to go to that someday. I don't know. But until then, I appreciate you hanging out with the Stovers. We'll see you next time right here on the farm.